And in a lot of these conflict cases, you realize that the end goal is misaligned. How you interpret something to happen is not the same way that the other person interprets it. So that's a huge thing that I believe makes or breaks relationships. Again, no matter what type of relationship it is. And if you find that in, a scenario that you're involved in next time, when it's, if it's to do with disagreements or conflict, you find that actually your perception and the other person's perception of the end goal doesn't align. The next stage is to ask that person, look, what do you class as, what constitutes as, in this case, being heard? And you might find that gives you more answers, that gives you a bit more kind of clarity. And then those two parties can work together to achieve that outcome. So I'm a great believer in a policy just being a policy. A saying that I have is policy sits on paper, perception shapes behavior. And that's with all types of policies. And I don't just mean policies from the HR perspective. I mean policies to be an expectation. I mean policies to be kind of unwritten rules between two people within a relationship, whatever that relationship is. It's any kind of unwritten expectation or kind of views about other people or your belief system or your value system, right? That's what policy is with regards to other environments. So remember, policy sits on paper, perception shapes behavior. And until you understand your interpretation of this policy, value,